Good evening, folks. Welcome to another edition of Think for Yourself. As always, I ask you to just stop surfing YouTube just for a few moments so we can think a little deeper together about a very important topic. And that is, why is the Iraqi government having such a difficult time keeping the peace in Iraq? Right? Supposedly, this military surge that we have right now, that we've instituted over there, is to help create a stability so the government there can reconcile, or in other words, make nice. All the sides can make nice with each other. This idea that this military surge is the success or the failure of this military surge means anything by itself. When General Petraeus and Ryan Crocker come to give their speech on Capitol Hill in a couple of weeks, just really try and read between the lines, folks. It doesn't mean nearly as much as what is going on in the political arena in Iraq right now. It's kind of like if you and I were going at it, blow, boom, 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 and then two people started holding us back. Yeah, for a short period of time, we wouldn't land blows. But the minute they let go of me and someone lets go of you, what's going to happen? That's the military surge. Okay? More importantly, we need to really think for ourselves about who makes up the Iraqi government and what their motives are. Because otherwise, we're just going to keep falling prey to these framed agendas by these corporate media outlets who care, obviously, and not to vilify, but the nature of the beast is that they have to care more about their shareholders and business interests and partisan sponsors than the American public. So while we can glean information from these news media outlets, maybe except for Fox, it's still important for us to do the heavy lifting and to put the story into context. So I'd like to start with a very simple look at who Nouri al-Maliki is. He is the present Prime Minister, right, of Iraq. Okay, but before I get into him, I have to mention a story that broke today that was very important. There was a story today that there is a GOP-based lobbyist group, a Republican-based lobbyist group, that has signed a contract with former Iraqi Prime Minister Ayed Alawi. And they're going to do an ad campaign to besmirch and drag through the mud Nouri al-Maliki, the Prime Minister presently of Iraq. Their goal is to get Alawi back in power in Iraq. Why is this important? One, because it's a lobbyist group that is one of the main supporters of this present White House and does a lot of work with them. And two, it's direct interference by us of a sovereign, free, democratically elected government that we supposedly are fighting a war for. And the Bush administration's reply to this was, well, we'll see. I mean, they're a lobbyist group. They're trying to make money. This is like high treason, folks. We're fighting a war, and here is a Washington-based multi-million-dollar lobbyist group actively trying to bring down a freely, democratically elected government that America is fighting a war for. Anyway, sorry for the dramatics there. But it's like my exclamation point. But some of the members of this lobbyist group directly worked with the Bush administration too. Remember, Robert Blackwell was one of the deputy advisors on national security issues to George Bush, and their spokesperson, Philip Zelikow, he was the main counselor for Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. So when Petraeus comes back and talks about the military surge, okay, yeah, hey, maybe our military is doing a good job. Great for them. But what the heck are we doing trying to bring Maliki's government down?